the war.
Stop Russia! Stop the war!
More sanctions on Russia.
More sanctions on Russia!
More sanctions on Russia.
More sanctions on Russia!
More sanctions on Russia.
More sanctions on Russia!
Freeze Russian assets.
Freeze Russian assets!
Freeze Russian assets.
Freeze Russian assets!
Freeze Russian assets.
Freeze Russian assets!
As we have said in the past, thank you, Bobby. As we have said this in the past, war is politics by other means. But that would mean also that politics can become war by other means. And that is what the Russian terrorist regime is doing. Although their military is depleted, although their funds and money is depleted, their cunning has not been depleted by this war at all. Their intelligence services and their propaganda machine is in full throttle right now, my friends. And we must not forget about that. The Russians have been having, in fact, some success in the information war for the whole world. Somehow, the Russians have managed to convince some people that the Ukrainians are at the same time Zionists, Jews, homosexuals, and Nazis. That is what they claim. All it takes is for us to take a look at the people who support Russia. Long ago, some people here will remember that, because those people were there with me. Long ago, we did a counter-protest against a conspiracy theory rally called Not Our War. When we spoke to those people, me personally, I was shocked, because the opinions of these individuals were absolutely atrocious. Not only because they were extremists, not only because they were hateful, but also because they were purely insane. These individuals believed in all kinds of things. Some of them were parading around with the Russian flag, whilst others were saying they have nothing to do with Russia. They just simply don't want to be involved in something that does not involve them in any way. That is what they said. And yet, once again, my friends, the attitude in the world is changing. The attitude of the countries around Russia has changed a lot. But why? Because Russia is behaving erratically. Russia is behaving in an impulsive and irresponsible way. But worst of all, Russia is behaving in a genocidal way. That is what we all must understand. If there is a house on the other side of the city that's burning, we do not simply say it's not our concern. If we can help, we help. Because tomorrow, the fire might spread to your own block and to your own house. That, my friends, is what could happen after the war in Ukraine. This war could potentially spread to many other countries. And Russia has indeed their terrorist military in many other countries around the world. Every time Russia can, they support terrorist regimes. They support terrorist organizations. That is their foreign policy. To destabilize the West as much as they can from within, and to create as much strife and suffering as possible in the countries that are more vulnerable for that. That is what Russia has been doing throughout their history. And that is what they will continue to do until they are stopped. Stop Russia, stop the war.
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 Stop Russia, stop